used to be, we were so.
We slimy, we grimy, breathing out more fire than a dragon fight.
Each and every one of us is born to perform.
Stir it like coffee. Play, fight, play, fight.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Built in the Valleys podcast with myself, Darryl Evans, and today I've got the legendary K-Flow, a Valleys artist who has done many things over his time, including singing for charities and rapping on hardcore gangster rap songs and everything in between. He's been around for a very long time, about 17, 18 years. He doesn't like to admit it, but he's been coming up to 40.
Don't remind me.
But he doesn't look it. There's nothing he can't do when it comes to all of this rapping, singing, post-production, mentoring, acting, video editing, mastering. He's done it. He's been there. He's done it all.
You're making me blush.
So today we're going to have a little chat with K-Flow and talk about his time in the valleys. So welcome to the show, Louis.
Cheers, bud. Appreciate you being here. Cheers, bud. Thank you.
So how did growing up in the valleys help shape your sound? I know your sound is quite diverse, but how did growing up in the valleys affect your musical sound?
Yeah, well, growing up in the valleys in the early 90s, 87 baby, but growing up in the 90s, yeah, it was great. You know, it was like everyone fend for themselves, and it was a big impact on us growing up. But, it had an impact on my musical career. It certainly went into the diverse style. It's a bit gritty, sometimes a little bit controversial, but mostly inspirational. Growing up the valleys, it's tough. Don't get me wrong, it's tough, but I think it forges and molds you into the person you are as an adult.
So of course you grew up in Penwine, which is particularly known as a little bit of a rough area. How did that help shape you into the man you've become today?
Yeah, growing up in Penwine wasn't as bad as people make out. You know, Penwine's got a bit of a reputation and all that. I'm myself not exactly a big lad, only 5'6", you know what I mean? 10 stone soaking wet, and never had any trouble with guys. You know, we'd always had this reputation. Oh yeah, you mess with people from there, then you can get your head kicked in and all that. But yeah, I seemed to get on with everyone. Everyone seemed to gel with me. It was a good community. People got together. I don't know what it's like these days, but back when I was a kid, Penwine's community was absolutely fantastic.
What's one thing people outside of the valleys don't understand about this area?
They probably don't understand why we love living around here so much. We love living around here because, well, a lot of people probably take it for granted, but the scenery is absolutely amazing, fantastic, in fact. You go up to the Brecon Beacons, you won't see anywhere like that in the world. There's this guy that's recently moved from America. He loves Britain. He loves Wales especially because you're driving around and there's like mountains everywhere. They absolutely adore it. And us living here, we take that for granted. But I tend not to take things for granted these days because as you get older, your frame of mind changes and you see things in a whole different perspective, more clearer. And you look back on your past self and you think to yourself, how could I have done this differently? If I'd done this differently, would the outcome been different? It's like when I used to make music, I was so passionate about it. I wanted. It wasn't about the fame. It's just about getting known, getting my name out there, trying to be inspiring to other people. And then as I got older, I had a family, kids, those aspirations and my inspiration just kind of declined then. But as I get older, I'm looking back on past projects and some of the amazing work we used to do back in the day, back in the Silent Beats day. And I can't help but look and think, I want to get back into that. How can I get around to doing this? It's been so long.
So tell us about how you got into rap. Let's go right back to the beginning to your like first couple of rap songs.
I originally got into rap. To be honest, I've been singing my whole life, and I wanted to try something different. And at the time, I was listening hard to early 2000s Eminem. So I don't know. One day I just decided, I'll record a rap track, and the software I was using at the time, if I can remember correctly, was called Magic's Music Maker, which is amazing software for the time, but very primitive. You were very limited on what you could do. And then I released a couple of songs on my social media. I got approached by Daryl Evans. You know, being a 21, 22-year-old lad, getting into rap and having someone to message you like that, you know, I was ecstatic, and obviously I agreed. And here we are now, 10 years into Silent Beats. I know it's been a while since I've recorded any music.
It's more than 10 years. It's 10 years since Shot in the Dark.
Holy fuck. What's happening with the times?
It's about 20 years since we started Silent Beats.
No, don't tell me that, please.
You said 21.
I need a drink.
So, let's just touch on that a little bit more. Let's talk about your time joining Silent Beats in the beginning.
Yep.
And, some of the songs you did, like Slimy and
Slimy, yeah.
Divas and some of the funny things. And
Slimy was quite interesting, actually. It was the music video was quite a good concept. It seemed quite interesting, and it was quite fun to film as well.
Going on
It
YouTube
was
now,
good.
is it? AIC Plus, baby.
We were a bit wild, we were a bit young, things weren't so censorship orientated those days. That was so fun. That made me get out of bed every morning. That's what I loved. It weren't about the money for me. There's always that dream of being famous. I wouldn't want to be famous. I'd like the money, but I wouldn't want the popularity. Give me the cash. Popularity can fuck off.
So, if you could sum up your time in the beginning with Silent Beats from roughly, the early 2010s is when you first start appearing with Silent Beats.
Yeah.
On songs like Champagne and Divas and stuff, and then up to 2016 Shot in the Dark, which is probably your best album. That's 6-7 years or whatever it was. Sum that up quite quickly.
In those 6-7 years, yeah, I grew. I certainly grew as a musician. I certainly grew as a rapper, because the song you just mentioned there, Divas, that I have features on there. If you listen to the lyrics of that song, it's very sexist. It's the lyrics. Yeah, they wouldn't gel in this day and age.
No.
But then you move on further down the line to Shot in the Dark, and then the lyricism changed. I changed. My style changed. At first, it was, most controversial sexist lyrics that I could possibly do that would go into the track to a certain extent. But yeah, further on down the line, Shot in the Dark is more inspirational. You've got the odd weed smoking song. But
so what you're saying is, as from that in that time, is you grew as a person and an artist.
oh yeah, most definitely. Grew fucking spectacularly, actually. I started Silent Beats, and I thought I was good at what I did. Had a bit of a big head. Came into the studio, met other amazing artists from this area, and yeah, it knocked me down a peg or two. So yeah, it benefited me both physically and mentally.
So at the time when you joined as well, it was very early on for Valley's rap. It was almost unheard of.
Yeah.
And Silent Beats were like, if not the only, one of the only rap groups from the Valleys that ever, did anything.
Yes, that's
So,
right.
with the new artists, I've been asking them, what Valley artists do they look up to? Is there any, that you look up to, considering that you were among, almost one of the pioneers of Valley's rap, especially, through Silent Beats Productions, where you'd help put on shows and give the stage to them, so, it hasn't necessarily got to be someone older than you, or was in the game longer, it's just someone that maybe you take inspiration from, or you think is really talented or something like that throughout your time.
Throughout my time, well, there hasn't been many rappers from the Valleys, but if I'm going to say off the top of my head, the ones that inspired me was yourself and Eazy D, who was Young D at the time. Because there wasn't many, like you said, there wasn't many Valley rappers around. Didn't have many people to bounce myself off, and all we had was American rap. So when I first started rapping, that was the accent that I went for. I went for the American accent, and it's like further on down the line then, he was like, "Why are you rapping like you're from California, mate? You're fucking Welsh." And I was like, "You're right. Totally fucking right."
Yeah, but you can do it all. That's the difference between you. You can rap American, you can rap Welsh, you can sing Michael Jackson, and you can sing fucking, Elvis Presley. There's not many people with a wide range of talents that you got. So I would say that you're not the only person to rap, like non-Welsh by far, especially in today's age, where almost none of them sound like they're from the Valleys. Whereas you've done multiple range of things, so I mean, I would.
I think it goes back from way to my childhood. I think because my mother has always like seen the potential in me and pushed me into things, pushed me right into for instance, right? She used to take me to bingo when I was a fucking kid, and I literally. I don't know how this occurred, but I'd end up fucking singing and like being on the table, and all the fucking old women would be fucking crying their eyes out. That's one memory that I can remember, and I used to resent my mother for that.
You was a little heartthrob, I imagine.
Because I felt like a performing monkey. But now I kind of look back on it now and I laugh.
Wow.
I laugh.
Didn't know how that.
Ah, yeah. My mother has always pushed me into singing, put me into competitions, fucking...
Well, listen, but when you got a voice like a fucking angel like you have, I mean, I'd push you as well, I mean...
She's probably
Jesus. And you got that cute ass and face and everything. I mean,
cute ass,
yeah,
fucking hell, 2 bald eggs and Anki, but... Yeah, she's put me in this one competition before, right, which I won, which got us a 2-week holiday. Don't get me wrong, it was a fucking caravan in Porthcawl.
Class.
But... after that, then I think she was like, "Oh fucking hell, we just had a 2-week holiday. It would have cost us fucking £300." Look at this. Let's see if we can do some more.
You're fucking right.
And then,
Dress this little motherfucker up and
let's
get him
this
in the show.
motherfucking monkey out. Get the whip out.
Oh, so it was, for you, it wasn't quite as pleasurable starting off, is that what you're saying? Your
Oh, don't get me
introduction.
wrong, I enjoyed it. I went down a different path where I want to, because I've always been like an alternative sort of person. I've always liked the early 2000s,
and-
yeah, the early 2000s new metal music.
Limp Bizkit.
25 years ago, I still listen to it like it's fucking been released yesterday.
Well, that's another string on your bow, isn't it? You know, the ability to sing like that as well. You know, which I didn't mention earlier, but, you know, you talking like Elvis, I know you can do fucking Michael Jackson. You know, there's not many people that can sing fucking, you know, Michael Jackson the way you do. And, of course, you can do the metal, rap metal influences as well. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it all. Fair play.
Thanks, bud.
So, look, let's move on to a little bit more of the funner stuff, because we could end up talking about this all night. From the valleys, you've been from the valleys your entire life. You're a valleys boy.
Yep.
Um,
Born and bred, never moved.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't. Never had the opportunity, but
what's
here to stay.
the most valleys thing you've ever seen?
I don't know what the most valleys thing I've ever seen, but if you're from the valleys, I'll give you a example. I was sat under a bridge, and an old man was walking with a walking stick, lost his stepping, fell, was literally hanging off his bridge for his dear life. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't that high, but he was into a river. You know what my first reaction was? I was fucking 30, 32 maybe at this time. Grown adult now. I laughed. I fucking laughed. Rather than get up and help that poor cunt, I sat there and giggled. Yep, that's me.
Okay, if your music,
Yeah.
K-Flow, was a valleys town, what valley would you put it in? What little village?
Fuck.
You know, would you be, you know, would you put it in Penwine? Would you put it in?
No,
you know,
I think I put it in Plant Vipok where you go and get a gun drop with Plant the Cilio go go go.
it's got to be in the valleys, or
No, so,
which village would you put your little? If someone said, you know, use, I don't know, enough room to make a small village, and what would you name your village, and where would it be if you could
What?
pick?
oh, fucking hell. I would call my village every name that's coming into my head is an actual place. I would name my village Llydachfawr.
Do you know what that means?
I do not.
What's one thing listeners would be shocked to hear about you?
I'm a deep down geek. Anything comic book related, anything vintage toys, anything like that. I love it. I'm a collector.
If your friends could describe you using only 3 emojis, which 3 emojis do you think they would use?
That one.
Faceplant.
That one. And that one.
Faceplant, guitar,
Bloody brains out.
shotgun. If you could create an Avengers team, right, using only Valley's rappers, who would you pick and what would their superpowers be?
I picked Dent, and his superpower would be the ability to knock someone out by swearing.
You'd be knocking everyone out.
It's like I say one sentence, you'd be like, oh, I was walking down the fucking street one day and I come across this fucking thing, you know, fucking yeah, that's definitely what I'd pick.
Yeah, well, who else?
I'd pick Rob, and his superpower would be to create stanzas in an instant.
Create what?
Stanzas and paragraphs in an instant. Without the Google.
Who else? Anyone else to make it into your Avengers team? What would your superpower be?
I would also have yourself in my team, and your superpower is keeping this game fucking alive, son.
Hey.
Anti-Thanos.
Yeah. What about you with superpower? What would yours be?
My superpower is, if I'm interested in something, then my 100% will go into that stuff. So, yeah.
We're going to go into rapid fire mode now. Right?
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a quick question. What's your favourite snack?
Ham and cheese sandwich is my favourite snack.
Favourite song?
At the moment, The Reason Hoover Sank.
Favourite album?
Curtain Call by Eminem.
Favourite artist?
Favourite artist? I wouldn't say the music itself, but my favourite artist of all time is probably Freddie Mercury. It's not any influence on my music at all. It's just,
Yeah.
it's like,
Who's your favourite artist from the Valleys?
like I said, there's not many I can recall from the Valleys unless they come out of the Silent Beats lab or the AIC lab. You know what I mean?
Which
But,
one of them? Which one of them is your favourite?
Probably my favourite back in the day of the gigs. Probably was Wolfie. When it comes to that, yeah.
What's your favourite song to perform?
Yeah, Racking Up was the favourite perform.
What's your favourite lyric that you've done? Like,
Have you ever felt yourself sitting and daydreaming about what the future holds? These thoughts seem so appealing. If so, we'll turn these notions into reality. We'll find that inner beast, and then we find our animality. The talent is there. If you don't use it, it's criminal. It's just simple lyrical syllables and a pad that's no longer fillable.
what's your favourite moment in the studio?
Oh, there's many moments. But probably my favourite moment in the studio is when we are filming short movies.
What's your favourite Valleys phrase?
Yeah, what's happening, bee? Hey, bee.
Hey,
What's happening, bee?
What's your favourite thing about being from the Valleys?
Favourite thing about being from the Valleys, if you ever go on holiday or you're out of the country and you spark conversations with people, start making friends, that's the one thing they say. You're like, oh, I love your accent. It's like, fucking speak a bit slower. I can't hear you. Yeah. But they say they love our accent and then they're telling us to slow down. It's like, this is my fucking accent, but
What's your favourite place to go to clear your head?
anything that's got forestry. Anything wilderness. Fire is the main thing. If I build myself a fire, I can sit there, look at it for hours, and any problems you got just drifts away.
What's
Right.
your favourite guilty pleasure track?
It's called Your Missus.
Oh yeah, no, that was fun.
What one was you thinking of?
No, I was thinking of a different one. One more before we move on. And maybe two more actually. What other Valley artists do you think people should be paying more attention to?
We got our lads. We got Ben, and we got Tokyo-ish. You wanna keep your eye out for these guys. Tokyo-ish is fucking. He kind of reminds me of me back in the day. He's I don't think he's shown his true potential yet, but he's been with AIC for a short period of time now, but he showed his He showed that he's got it. And Ben's been bringing out some awesome tracks. Keep a lookout for Kiki as well. I think we've met each other on 2 occasions, but yeah, they all seem awesome. Keep an eye out for these guys. They got a good future ahead of them.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about Valley's rap music?
Yeah, Valley's rap music. It's a niche in itself, isn't it? You know what I mean? The only thing about being a Valley's rap musician, you need to get that support from within. Because if you don't get that support from within, you've got no chance of expanding yourself. Because if someone from down the road can't listen to a Welsh rapper, then how can someone from Portsmouth, Glasgow, listen to Welsh rappers? You know what I mean?
What do you think the difference is between Valley's rappers and like the other places like Cardiff and Newport and stuff, and North Wales?
Yeah, I think there's a significant difference. When it comes to Valley's rappers, they stick to their roots, they stick to their accents. But as you progress further out into the cities like Cardiff and Newport, etc., there's other places as well. I'm not just picking on those two. They tend to, yeah, they go down the English route a bit, don't they? They tend to sound. They don't sound Welsh. They tend to sound more London. Not. There's nothing wrong with that, but the true Welsh rap comes from within the valleys, in my eyes.
We're about to watch one of your music videos, Shot in the Dark. Tell the guys a little bit about the song, the music video, and then please introduce it.
Well, Shot in the Dark was a bit of Shot in the Dark, to be honest. It was spontaneously written. It was spontaneously filmed too. No script. A couple of ideas bounced off a couple of the guys. Daryl had this general idea, and it turned out great. Yeah, here we go, guys. This is from like 10 years ago now. This is me, Crazy Flow, Shot in the Dark. Check it out.
The times will get tough and the times won't be our best. It's light at the end of the tunnel, so let's push on through. Believe in yourself, just as I do you. Self-belief is the key, and it's our responsibility. Feel for the negativity and embrace the positivities. Plain to see it's destiny, it's your time to shine. Take this world by the balls and follow the path so divine. Then all the doubters will turn over a new leaf. They see the passion in your heart, and they'll take back all the grief, yeah. They see the passion in your heart, never going rogue. Now it's time to raise the bar, yeah. You see it from the very start. It's a dream to take a shot in the dark.
Okay, we're about to watch your music video featuring myself. Forgot where I came from. Just
Yeah.
A couple of Penwine lads doing what Penwine lads do, innit? Yeah?
Yeah.
So tell the guys a little bit about the music video, a little bit about the song, and then introduce it.
Yeah, well, the time we recorded this music video was a perfect time because we happened to have quite a few people at the studio at the time, and they all seemed to want to get involved. So that this music video turned out great. It's like I remember, I look back on the video now and I see myself, and I can see the pain in my face because around about this time I was suffering fucking with a devastating bad back, but it didn't hold me back. I still carried on, still pushed through, not just in that music video, throughout the whole 2 years where I literally fucking was in agony every single day. Gonna introduce this song now, right? This is Crazy Flow, myself, featuring Daryl Evans, and it's Forgot Where I Came From. Hit that shit.
You can bring your whole crew and slay them. These boys forgot where I came from. You can bring your whole crew and slay them. You hang around, you're always trapped in shit. You tired? Did you feel just sick? Well, there's tough tits, now getting grips with his wits. If the shoe fits, and it's time for you to get your fix. Keep on name out your mouth, boy, this is the South. Ham white lads growing up and we proud. Pro just now, where the shit will get down. They're gonna hear you fucking cries all the way from their town. You are running scared. If you wanna go to war, you better be prepared.
We're about to listen to your song featuring another young man from the Valleys. He was a young man when he recorded it anyway. It's a song that you call underrated, featuring Lunatic, No Stones. So please just have a little chat about this song and introduce it.
Yeah, well, No Stones originally was, I don't know, a concept that I had. I got this instrumental, and basically I wanted this track to be inspired by a old school early 2000s D12 song. And at the time we had an artist coming back for the studio. He was always there on rare occasions. He came back before now and again to record a few live sessions or whatever. Of course I'm talking about Lunatic. I wanted this song to go a bit further, but he happened to be in the studio, lay down his vocals, and then he seemed to lose contact, so nothing went. It didn't go any further with that song then. Recently, I was thinking to myself, and I was like, oh, this song's got so much potential, and it didn't get out there. Oh, yeah, we'll see about more of it. I wanted to use this song so much, I literally was thinking of getting an AI engine, putting the song in it, and getting the AI engine to create the animated music video for it. That's how keen I was about it. I'm not dissing anyone, but if you're gonna work with someone, make sure they've got consistency and the determination to follow through with projects, because otherwise you put your heart into a project and it just goes down the drain.
Well, that took a turn. For the last question, that took a turn.
Dun, dun, dun.
So anyway, I would like to thank you, Louis, for coming on the Built in the Valleys podcast with me. You've been a fucking great guest. We've learned a lot, especially about your journey, your musical thing. We've listened to your tracks and stuff. So thank you for coming on, and we hope to have you on in some future podcasts. So thank you very much for everyone watching. This is the end of Built in the Valleys podcast, and we'll see you next time.